Caught me drinking water. Vasa. H2O. Hi folks, how you doing? Hope you had a very Merry Christmas. This post-Christmas beer review, and I think we have a good one here. I'm really excited to try it. This is your typical English bitter ale. When you're in a pub in England, and or even a tavern in New England, Boston area, and you go in and you ask for a bitter, you will get this here. This one's an extra special bitter. 5.7% alcohol by volume. Coming to you by SPYGLASS Brewing Company up in Nashua, N.H. I do have some information on it here. SPYGLASS Brewing Company, located at 2 Townsend West Unit number 8. I do have a phone number. You should call, because with the virus around, the coronavirus, places are still open, but they're selling curbside or back door kind of thing. They say no touch. It's all separation from people, and that's the way they're doing business. They had been open with their restaurant, etc. And they had, I think this place has igloos that you can sit in, but I'm not positive. There's a couple of them that I did beer reviews that I had it. But anyways, let me give the phone number so you can call should you want to. 603-546-2965. It'll be right up there. And that's SPYGLASS Brewing Company out of Nashua, New Hampshire. This brew here, this bitter, extra special bitter, I should say, is really something special in a way, is that the hops and the malt are truly how they brew it in England, our English style. The hops in this are Fuggles in East Kent Goldings, which has been around since the 1790 in England when they founded it, which went to a lot of their pale ales and their bitters. And that is quite the hop. And the other one is Fuggles. We grow Fuggles out here in the back, and over by here I grow Fuggles and Cascades. Fuggles is for the more of a bittering aroma, bittering hop, grassy. With the Cascade, you do get some flavors of the fruit and some sweetness and etc. in that way. So they complement each other. They're usually, when you see one in a brew, the other will be with it. Fuggles or East Kent Golding. Okay, let's see. There's malts in this are pale and crystal malt. And that's nice. That's typical English malt in there. That's a typical. I'm dressed this way as it's cold here. I've been out back after doing working. I came home and had to do some stuff to get ready because we have more snow coming, and getting the gas into the snow blowers and straightening out the big shed, etc., and getting the shovels and the whole thing and so forth. If it was cold, come in here. And this really isn't. It's warm in here now because I've been outside, but we don't really heat this part of the house downstairs or this part here. I'm in my man cave. It's in the very corner downstairs, in the very corner. I do. Luckily, I got a door and a window in here, so that's nice. But anyways, take one of these tangents. We'll stick with the beer. So let's no further ado. I do have a treat before we open that up. My lovely wife picks up these treats for me. I just started eating this year. Rinds, pork rinds, fried pork rinds. Just started eating them. This one's a barbecue. She had picked a couple of bags up just earlier. She went out shopping, and she picked up a couple of bags. I've seen them and heard about pork rinds, and never had them. But we'll try these here. You get my hands first, and have another gulp of H2O. Oh, that is good. That is delicious. All right, try one of these barbecue. They're kind of nice. They're crunchy. I do like potato chips, etc. that are crunchy. They are crunchy, flavorful. They make, they also have potato chips, popcorn, tortilla chips, hot fries, cheese curls, and cheese puffs. That's nice. All right, back to the brew. Got a mug. I've seen this before. If you've seen my beer reviews, let's add a little. See, I do have this brewery on the computer here. Spyglass Privateer Extra Special Bitter, 5.7% alcohol by volume. Live beer, drink fresh. And here they're showing keep cold at all times. An English extra special bitter with British malt, hops, with Fuggles and East Kent Goldings. It's got a painting of a battle of a English ship. It looks like an American flag. It's an American. So 1770s, we're fighting for independence. Or maybe that's not an American flag. Neither me. That's just some. Maybe not. It's like a different flag, but it had the red and white stripes. But no blue, no stars. All right. So I go on these tangents. But that's basically showing you that this is truly an English bitter. Like I say, you go into a pub in England or a tavern in Boston. Water vapors come up? Yes, no, maybe. Okay. I'm really looking forward to trying this. This was a gift for one of my son's friends and his wife up in oh, look at that. They live in New Hampshire. He's a friend of my son and his wife. The four of them do a lot together. And Chris is the gentleman that's into the beer up in New Hampshire. And he actually gave 4 cans to give to my son to bring down to me from Spyglass. And I thank you, Chris, and I thank you, Dan. That is a typical English-looking bitter. The head is probably a 3/4 inch head. A finger. Not a finger, as the father said in that Christmas Story movie. Why he said that, I don't know. But a finger. Alright. That's what it looks like. Rusty color, I would say. I don't think I have anything other information on this here. No, just the hops and this. And alright, bottoms up. Oh, a sweet smell. I think I'd get that at all. You know, you hear the word bitter, you kind of assume, kind of not necessarily sour, but not sweet. But I'm getting sweetness in this. Oh yeah, the malts are going to produce sweetness. I mean, you get your alcohol if you don't have the sugars. That is a fine smelling brew, but not what I expected at all for a bitter. Yeah, definitely a malty, big malty aroma. Alright, bottoms up. Flavorful. Now, it has a mild, and I really wouldn't call it bitter. It's just the very flavor of a pale ale. bit of a lemon, very minty, very mild. I'm not picking up really a bitter beer. It's not a, excuse me, it's definitely not New England juice bomb. There's no sweetness in the coming from the hops, no fruitiness coming from the hops. So the flavor is totally different. I'm not going to say a flat flavor, but it's not jumping up. The hops aren't jumping up at me like they do in an East Coast brew, actually, but definitely the New England juice bombs burst with that hoppiness of the tropical fruit, the pineapple, the grapefruit, and all that so forth. The color of this is very, very indicative of what the taste is. It is an English bitter. You would get this typically, like I say, you go to some taverns in Boston. Like I said, you're in London, or Liverpool, England, and you order a bitter. This is exactly what you would get. I'm having a hard time explaining it because it's not bitter like astringent ales, that kind of a bitterness. It doesn't go into the back of the tongue where your bitter taste buds are. It doesn't hit you there. It's kind of like a pale ales without the astringency, without the sometimes people call it harshness. A lot of women won't drink beer because of they consider that harsh as badly tasting bitterness. Probably some men too. I hope I'm not confusing with my words, but I'm trying to clarify a little bit better on my words. It's basically not a New England, not East Coast ale or a West Coast. Either one of those. I can't explain it correctly, but I can say it's, you know, we have pale ales that this reminds me of, but yet the ingredients in this, it's on that same level. It's taking it away, and that color is giving me the flavor that it is. I know it's hard to explain a color, but sometimes when you see an imperial stout and it's black, very opaque, you know what that flavor is going to be because it's stuff. That's what this is with that color of that. Almost looks like a cider in a way. And cider sometimes can be sweet in between or somewhat sourly bitter. Well, this is the in between. It's just a flavor that comes out of a bitter beer, only by name. When I say bitter, it comes out as an ale, I should say. Oh yeah, that's some nectar. Look at that. I should have poured it in front of the camera slowly. There it is there. Yeah, fighting pirates. Correction, I see now I see the pirate flag. The other one part of an English fleet flag. And now I see the boat with the pirates at the bottom here. Now I see I'm one of those guys, if you go to the art museum, I'm going to sit here, smoke my pipe, and look at the painting and keep looking at it for about 2 hours and see everything in it and finally figure out what the painter meant. But anyway, okay, let me see if I got any information here. Oh yeah, this brewery, SPYGLASS Brewing Company, was founded by 4 gentlemen. They don't give their last names, but they go by A.V., Joe, Jonas, and John. Sounds like a Bible verse there. But they don't give any last name. Let's see, do I have any other information? Again, this is a privateer. That's an extra special bitter. And it's not what as bitter as you might think. At least not in the American way. But I'll repeat again, the hops are Fuggles and East Kent Goldings, 5.7% alcohol by volume. I won't run this too long. I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. New Year's is right around the corner. I hope 2021 is a lot better than 2020. We definitely need a better time through the year. Like, I guess really in essence, this whole virus has been the bad guy. What it has done to people's lives, to companies, to small restaurants, to small business, to every business, what it has done to families, particularly senior citizens in the family that have gotten the disease and caused their demise. They passed away, or you couldn't even go and talk to them, say a final few words. That is really sad. That's very sad. Then some of the restrictions that some of the mayors and governors are putting on, I don't understand that. Excuse me. We do need to wear a mask, and we do need to keep social distancing, and that's good. I've talked to my youngest. She's a nurse, and she's called home because of how bad the situation is with the COVID. And so I understand it somewhat from a different angle, talking to her and understanding this whole thing that's going on with this COVID right now. It's terrible. But anyway, I just want to say to people, watch out for your senior in your family, your friends, and your neighborhood. Just keep an eye out them. Everybody should watch out for themselves to make sure you don't get the disease, but extra special with your senior citizens and so forth. I don't run this too long. I hope you've all had, like I say, a Merry Christmas, and Santa brought you everything you wanted, and hope you have an upcoming great New Year. Don't drink too much. If you're going to drink, don't drive, etc. Be responsible for what you do. Don't drink and drive. All right, folks. Coming from cold, we got snow coming here again. Cold, Eastern Massachusetts. Ciao.